this, and you could roll them back and forth like this. And you might say, well, what is this? That's not too much of an exercise. Actually, if you'll notice your neck is relaxing, and you're doing this, and then you're coming back like this, and then going like this, you can also go like this. And then you can come back the other way. Now, as you're doing that, what's fun to notice is that, well, you can do it in front of you, you can do it above you, yeah, a little bit off the screen, it's okay. You can do it down here, you can do it to the side, you can do it over here. Now, what's happening while you're doing that? Well, all these sensors throughout your whole body are actually opening up because they go, oh, we're supposed to be doing something now. But they're waiting for you in quantum physics to bring them on board. So your command, your connection doesn't have to be, you know that. It can just be simply, hey, let's do this. Let's take this off. So all these things are going to be. So what about walking? So as you can see, we're going to give you a picture when you can see my feet. All right? Now, if you're walking, do you want to just walk or do you want to be in the energy when you're walking? So you can actually walk, you see, and actually feel the ground as you're walking. So can you see that I'm feeling the ground? Not necessarily, but can you see that I'm maintaining some kind of experience while I'm taking a step? In other words, I'm not being careful that I'm going to fall over. I'm actually more careful at how much can I feel. So if feelings are important in life, and oh, are they? Are feelings important, y'all? Are they important or not? Feelings, emotions, is it where it's at? Now you know. So if you're going to be able to connect to your feelings and emotions while you're walking and while you're moving around, then you don't need a solution. What you need is sensitivity. So as we get me in position here, you see as I'm walking, I'm like looking like I'm somehow feeling, I'm going on and off the camera, but that's okay. We just want to get you so you can see that I'm moving and it looks like I'm walking, but I'm not just walking with throwing my feet around. There's a whole experience of heel, toe, and actually bringing the foot off the ground with somewhat of a traction. So you're bringing like this, look. And this is a practice. This doesn't mean you're going to walk down the middle of the way this way, but you are going to practice. So what happens is you feel your posterior thigh and the 3 points of your feet. You've got 3 points here, and then the heel. And as you work on those 3 points, what you want to do is here, and there. What you want to do is be able to feel those 3 points as you walk. And if you don't feel them, then you're doing your balance and your energy that you're pulling from the ground and injustice. So someone says, you mean walking actually is an energy exercise? Yes. But it's not the only energy exercise. It's part of each motion of each day. Because what is life anyway? I mean, life is motion. When you're asleep, are you still in motion? Yes. So if you're still in motion, your body's healing itself with whether non-REM sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep. Your liver's cleaning things out. Your kidneys are, amazing things are happening. You have the effrontery of going, it's not important, it's just part of what I get in life. No, you get to deserve it more and more, especially for people who want to live longer and be healthier. You want to be able to do these practices. So one of the practices is being able to take your dragon hands and push them out against the distance and pull this one back. So this is your left arm coming out. And then you're going to push the right arm. And then you're going to grab and you're going to pull it back as you push this one out. Now notice it looks like there's something resisting me as I'm pushing against it. And there is. And you'll feel that more and more over time. But in the beginning, it may just be a glide. And as you see your hands go back and forth, they can stay upward around where your shoulder is. But you want to be able to pull that in. You want to be able to do it from the side. Look at this from the side. You can go here. And you want to be able to come back here. You want to be able to go here. And you want to come back here. And what's fun to notice is that your hand, as you'll see in other exercises, is not supposed to be like bent this way. It's actually supposed to be, as much as you can, flat like that. So it's coming out, and you actually have an angle here. The more you have that angle, the more that the stretch that goes from here to here to here that actually occupies the energy passageway. And when you do that, you'll notice that your abdomen no longer, if you pull this hand like this, your abdomen no longer pooches out. Your abdomen actually becomes somewhat maintaining the arm. So look here. So when I watch, and my abdomen's in, but I'm not pulling it in. It's actually making a brace as I'm going here, pushing out, abdomen's in, pushing out, abdomen's in, pushing out. And so then I'm also feeling it back here, that my abdomen doesn't just occupy the front where my belly button is. There's actually spaces on the sides, there's spaces in the back. So you can actually pull energy in your whole abdomen that can really make you strong so that you're here and then coming back here like this. Now it looks like just my hands are moving, but it's not. My arms are connected down as a crisscross going down across this abdomen here. So, and then this cross from here going down here. So watching it. So here, you pull back, pushing out, and then pushing out. And then grab the energy and push out. Then grab the energy and push out. And grab the energy and push out. Now, why do you want to do this anyway? Because your whole day depends on what your energy level is. Your whole day depends on your ability to have motion. Your whole day depends on how much extra opportunities that you can take advantage of on this Disneyland planet. But you can't do that if what you're doing all day is losing energy. So what these exercises are about is you gaining energy. Now, what about this position where someone is doing the dragon and they're pulling energy in and out? It's the abdomen, and also you want to bend your knees a little bit. So you want to like pull in here, so it's like, whoa. See that? And then, and notice the back, it's not bent over. Your neck is always supposed to be maintained in a neutral position along your spine. And that way someone can hit you and nothing's going to happen. So the number one problem we see with people wanting to bring the energy in is that people come in and they're pretty much, they're in their car, they're on the bus, they're in an airplane, and you really need to uncoil all that. You need to put yourself back in a position where you're fluid, really loose. So one way you can get loose is you could just, make your hands loose like this. And you'll see me do this in the airport sometimes. And it's fun. You can smile. People go, something wrong with you? No, you can do it too. And they go, try it. And people go, God, this is fun. Your hands are so like dish rags. And then you can go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down. You can go this way. And what's funny is that if you do this with a baby, they'll do it with you. Because babies know how to do this. This is actually a baby exercise that babies will go around like this. And of course, they'll stick their hand in their mouth or foot in their mouth. But the point is that they're constantly able to be flexible with every single joint. And if you're flexible with all these joints, that means all these different sensors, of which there's millions going all the way from here up to here, are being opened up for you. So the next minute, feel how your hands feel. So I've already shown you a number of exercises. You want to do these every day. You'll see me doing them outside surgery. But if you take your hands now, you'll see that it doesn't take much for you to say that, I have a little more sensitivity. I can actually take a deep breath now. So why don't you take your hands and put them like this? You'll see me do this often. And as you put it in front of you like here, and you can put your hands above your head. And as you put your hands over here, you can take a deep breath. And I can step back a bit so you can see me better. But you can straighten your arms so it's above you, and you can take a real deep breath. And what's fun to do is notice that your shoulders will then drop. And then you can take a deeper breath. And then you can take a deeper breath. Even higher. And as you do that, relax a second. Enjoy it. Take it easy. Smile. And then slowly let the breath guide your hands down. Come on. Let it guide your hands down. Look how slow you can go. You don't have to go fast. Look how slow you can go. This is you participating with the universe. You. Not some thought. It's your whole being, your whole self, your whole body. Everyone wants to have a hug. Well, you're hugging your own universe right now. And most of the time you're in your thoughts, you don't have any hugs at all. And then you can put your hands above your head again. And then let it come down. And one of the exercises we used to do in China for a long time was constantly rolling around with the energy as you start to sense it. But you may say, I don't know what I'm sensing 100%. Well, no one's testing you. What you're trying to do is get into the experience, just like when you get into the experience that you're riding on a surfboard. You're giving into the experience that you're riding on skates or skis. So one of the experiences is when you get your hands loose like this, and you do it above your head, you do it down here, is you can put your hands out here and just sort of pull them back like this. 1, 2, 3. And then you want to see on the camera here, you want to bend your knees like this so that you're actually staying somewhere above your shoulders. Actually, my collar is here, but the point is, if you look at this, my neck is meant to be back as far as it can because I want the shoulder blades to be what moves. See? So you'll see my neck and my stomach are. And you just keep pulling this like this. Your knees are bent. And what's so much fun about this is as your shoulders go back, it swings back on its own. So you don't have to do much work. And you can smile and you can look up. And you can be actually very, very much into feeling this part of your body opening up and the lower part of your back opening up and your legs with your knees bent. So some people would say, well, how many different types of energy can you feel? There's so many. So let's try to say if you could feel energy on the sides of your body. So what if you could take your hand and you could go up here like this, and then your other hand down here like this. Maybe I should step back so you can see it a bit more. There you go. And then what if you then move this hand to this hand? Now, would that be moving energy or not? Well, let's see. What if you sort of scraped this hand here, and then scrape the other hand? What if your head just relaxed and you sort of say, well, I'm just going to flow with this as if I was on some kind of emotion experience. Because you're on an emotion planet that's moving all the time. So as you guide your hands gently up and through your armpits and then over your shoulders, it's really exhilarating to experience that you've got this, well, something you're actually grabbing after a while. You can feel the grab. And then your knees can roll back and forth. But if you do this, you get to grab here, and you skate up this side of your body, and you skate up this part and grab here, and then you skate up here, and then you grab here, and then you skate up here, and then you grab here, and then you skate up here. Now, what can you think about? Nothing. You don't need to think about anything except how much am I enjoying the opportunity here to keep grabbing and pulling up, and grabbing and pulling up. And what you'll notice after a while is you can pull up much higher. You can actually pull way up inside your armpit, way up into the sky, and way up in here. And then finally, with time, you're going to see that it becomes so much easier that you can do this for a half an hour. And as you're doing, your shoulders become more and more relaxed. You're not doing any work at all. You're actually just being moved by the universe. Some of you may yawn, and you may notice that the yawning comes from all the energy being released in your body. And then you can find yourself going like this, and you can sort of rotate. Okay? And rotate. And then keep rotating. And then you keep doing it, and you keep finding that you can do it. But notice how the legs keep moving. And then some people, when they get finished with this exercise, they can actually do it with just partially their body. So this one, you can do your shoulders like this. Look, keep your feet about, halfway under your shoulder blades. Somewhere almost near the end of your upper arms. And then watch your shoulders go like this. So what is this? This is look like something's happening, but what's happening? Well, my body is rotating around this way. Yeah, but also my feet are rotating. But you can't see my feet inside my shoes, but what's happening? Remember I showed you about those 3 points? So what you're doing is you're going through the whole yin-yang symbol in your feet. You're actually making that motion in your feet, and then you can go back the other way. But you want to do it with your shoulders, so that this part is doing what the shoulders are doing what the feet would do. See how that's doing that? And that's making the same motion with my feet, and then my hips are going the same thing in a different way. And then your hands just sort of float around with it. And then your feet, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and more motions going on throughout your whole spine. So now your whole spine is being nurtured by this vibration. And then as you get to do this more, you can start to notice your hands can occupy any space you want. You can have them come around like this. You can have them come around like this. But notice you want to get the body position first. And so as you come around, you can actually experience feeling the energy just starting to float up. And what's so much fun is it doesn't have to be a mental game. It's a total body game. Your whole body is actually being enlivened by this. So you don't get to really have an opinion. You don't get to have anything other than being space, which is what is going to nurture you so that you can go out and hit the baseball or hit the golf ball or have a great relationship with whomever you want to be with. But the important thing is you're here now. Your being space is here. So as I'm moving, you'll notice that my hips still have never stopped doing that rotation motion, so that they're constantly still coming around here and then rotating back. So this motion looks, you can get a third of it. We started with just the beginning with your shoulders, but you can also do it with your hands and your hips at the same time, and your shoulders, and your smile, and your neck straight, and your abdomen smooth. And of course, it makes your knees work better, it makes everything go fit part of you. And then when you're finished, you're going to take the deepest breath you can, and then rub your hands always. And say, I've just done something, brought in a ton of energy. Let's lock it in. Where do you want to lock it in? Well, there's 3 main spots that you would love to lock it in. You could just pick one, but I always do all 3 and put over my eyes the first one. And just take that in because it's yours. Now, if it was up to what I call a matrix or the cultural milieu, you would go, oh, well, I don't know. Really, am I doing anything? Well, you'll find out. When you hit a tennis ball, are you really doing anything? Or you find out when you do it. Do it and see what happens. Bring it in and see what happens with your results during the day. And some people put their hands right on their eyes. Some people put it a few inches away. You can even put it farther. And just let it float here. It's okay. You can smile better. And then after about, whatever time you want, 10, 15 seconds, then rub your hands. Enjoy. Yeah, get some friction. And then put your hands over your chest bone somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's on the bone. If you want one hand on top of the other, it can be a distance. what's so much fun is that you can take it in. And with your hands, notice you're going to stay longer in one area or the other, depending on what feels good. And then put it over your belly button, over your glute belly. One hand on top of the other, the other hand on top of the other, or you can do it at a distance, or you can do it here. Wonderful. Just take it in all the way to your back. So always after you do your physical practice, you want to like lock it in. You don't want to just run and go hit the tennis ball or go jump in the car. This running thing is being at the pressure of some voice or emotion. You don't need that. You want to be like when we were walking at the beginning. You're bringing the energy in, you're guiding it, and in the quantum, you make the difference along with the environment. You can make a goal. You just want the rest of your day to be wonderful, people to be sweet to you and kind to you and give you wonderful win-win arrangements in life so that you can succeed. Smile. Then go into your day. So that's an energy practice. Do it every morning, and I think if you go through all those, you're going to find great results. It's been a pleasure being with you today. I've really seen changes in all the people that I've connected with throughout the day as we were doing these practices. I know you'll feel the same thing. Please do them every day, and then